And he was like, go find the photographer to go get a photo of your car. And I was like,
Whoa. Dengar tak?
oh, there he
Oh,
is.
it's too loud.
What an intro! What an intro!
Okay, now that I fucked up my gacha, let's go.
So, hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dia.log, the Game of Matters podcast.
Goddamn gacha. Gacha! Yappari gacha arun desu ne.
Oh, we are in
I-
episode 31. This has been a long one.
Baskin Robbins. We should get Baskin Robbins to celebrate episode 31.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Already 3 series.
As long as Hafiz is paying it. So, introducing the panel, as always, we have Amirul. Say hello.
Gacha!
You know what? And then we have Danial.
Abo.
And of course, over there, we have Anan.
Catchphrase. It's like Reinhardt.
Yeah, like and I am Amirul Mekrana Ashraf. Ayo, and we have a show to run. And I guess from the docket, looks like a lot of video games, for the most part.
For the most part. But before we start, we have a few orders of business to attend to. Follow up. First up, not so much follow up. It's just that this episode is going to probably come out like either right before Ramadan or during Ramadan. So you know how a lot of people, like for a lot of people, Ramadan is like where they try to restrain themselves, right? For all month.
Yeah, it's the month to fight the evil within.
So I have a challenge.
Yeah, it's a good time to play that game as well.
I have a challenge. I will not gacha during Ramadan unless there's like because if you've seen my Twitter, you'll know that Food Fantasy, I'm waiting for a particular character to come up. If she is a limited time banner, then that is the only time I will be allowed to gacha during Ramadan.
Okay.
But other than that,
gacha.
Okay. Now to up the ante, I would like you to post a daily update. After breaking your fast, update on Twitter at Wamirul and say how your gacha fasting is going on.
Oh yeah, I'll post up my gems every day to show you that the
Wow.
We're even better.
to show you that the number hasn't gone down from gacha.
Gacha puasa log number
Hashtag
one.
gacha puasa. Hey, listener, if you want to take part too, like use hashtag gacha puasa.
I'll support this
Wait.
initiative. As
Gacha
long as
puasa or gacha dan? One.
gacha puasa, at least people will get it much more easier. The gacha
Ah,
fast
yeah.
would be a little bit non-informative for the English
Gacha
speakers out there.
fast sounds like someone going to buy me like 200 ringgit worth of crystals and I have to spend it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, exactly. It means the exact opposite. So we'll stick with gacha puasa. Which means fasting, by the way.
Which means fasting. Yeah, so happy Ramadan to everyone. I hope you guys do hashtag gacha puasa.
Or the other way around. Thanks.
Cut down your gacha intake.
No man, it's not cutting down your gacha intake. It's so that on the first day of Raya, you can have the most orgasmic 10 pull you've ever had because you've gone.
Oh no, now you put it 2 and 2 together. You're doing this for the loot. God damn.
It's edging, man. It's edging your gacha so that first shower you do your 10 pulls. It's just bagus as you draw like garbage.
Now that's the line. That's the line for me. I just support first half of your initiative. So, anyways, who wants to bet first?
Well, no, I think you have to go first because you had something you wanted to talk about last week. but you can't. But you couldn't. So this week, you have to talk about it.
You're forced to talk about it.
But then 1 week
Yeah,
has
you're
passed.
legally obligated to talk about why you hate games and you keep giving shitty games 10 out of 10.
Now here's the problem. Now here's the big problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 1 week since Days Gone happened.
Mm.
Yeah, and now that the world has seen it, and we have a review out there on GameMatters.com, I have not much to talk about because everybody knows about it. And people have made their minds. So
So-
to put it in to put it as a topic, somehow, despite all the going ons, the fact we know in advance how this game is basically an open world checkbox of list of things to do, and it has all the trademark hallmark open world formulas, all down to a T, and even more, as I discovered. Somehow I walk away from out of it enjoying the hell out of it. It's a hell of a
How?
ride. And it goes two ways. But the thing is, I think that now that 1 week has passed, I have time to reflect on it. And by the way, waiting for that review on Bagu to live up, and anxiously waiting if I am giving a way too high first score or not, was dreadful. And yeah, I did give a way too high of a score compared to the range of review scores out there. I think the highest that we've seen is by PlayStation Lifestyle with a 9.0.
And
I
that's like Sony's own magazine, so of course everything gets a 9.0.
I considered a 9. I almost considered a 9, but there were setbacks. Of course they were. They should have more, but still.
I
And
feel like I would have gotten offended if you put a 9, because so far like I gave Devil May Cry a 9, and to imply that that Days Gone is anywhere near Devil May Cry would have been blasphemy of the highest order.
now that's the thing. Here's the thing. If you've been browsing the review scores looking for hot takes and stuff, right, you will see at the lower at the higher end of the scale, or the people who actually enjoyed Days Gone, their biggest takeaway is that this game have heart. I think a lot of people are saying this, and I guess this is what happened to me. Is because despite of the no, because I walked in with zero expectations, but then I see, you can see the level of love, so to speak. You can feel that they really believe in this idea, despite the idea being very totally rehashed and been seen over and over since years past. This game is like 7 years or 6 years in development, and boy, do we saw a lot of zombie games. Even this year, we have like 3 or 4 games about zombies. But still, you can feel the sincerity of it. They really wanted to tell this love story, which let's just be on. I'll be honest with it. It's not the best thing in the world. It ridden with cliche, and the best way I put it is that you know how the Malay dramas out there like Suamiku Mat Moto or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Suamiku mat motor, tak sangka suami aku mat rempit. So those things lah. My husband is a biker basically. So those kind of trashy novel stuff like that. It feels that kind of story because even though it ripes with cliche, but the delivery sells it. I mean, a lot of the performance capture on there sells the whole game. They are working with a moderately average script, but they punch it up because of the performance alone. So to put in reference, okay, you play as Deacon St. John. Okay, that name is already shitty. It sounds like a
generic what ass name.
kan.
Deacon St. John.
Now we is a mild spoilers. They made fun of him. There are moments where that name is being made fun, so they know. basically
What
the
a
developers
surprise.
now. Surprise. They it's like they own the things that they did, and they are aware, and they just work around it. It's fine. We in with the joke. Okay, so this
Mhm.
guy, he's a biker. For some reason, he remains a biker despite 2 years of an apocalypse that has happened, wipe out like billions of people, and the remaining people are there, are basically douchebags who managed to survive the
Of course.
apocalypse. Of course,
Of course.
I mean, all the good guys, the civilians are dead. Thank God. We don't go into the shitty post-apocalypse. So he has a friend, he's a biker dude, and you can feel the sincerity of their friendship. He's like, oh, kick, bro. So a lot of those good, feel good moments that if you look it at face value, it sounds, but then if you know they are friends, like oh, you have that sort of buddy that has this good brotherhood with these other guys, so they can like sometimes they make fun of each other, they can tease each other, sometimes they get mad at each other, but out of love. That sort of
Mm.
that sort of relationship. So those sort of performance pepper out throughout the 40 hours that I've played. I think that carries a lot through the game because overall it's really it is a lot of the same open world things that you have seen in a lot of other open world games. It's just that
Mhm.
they pace it the way they put the open world map, they don't give it lump sum. It's not like an Ubisoft game that, oh, you can go everywhere and experience all of the semi content in one go. They limit it. So you don't feel overwhelmed, and I don't get the feeling of tediousness. And the way they reveal the not zombies, the fakers, is also like drip feed. So you meet
Mm.
you meet not the children, the newts. You call it newts because yeah, those are basically kids. You can get to kill kids, man, and they scream.
Ooh.
Oh.
Basically, if you hate kids, this is the game for you. And then you go further up, and then you meet the swarmers, the bread and butter freakers, and then you get met to the big brutes. No, I forgot the breakers. So which basically a boss fight, and then you have to fight a bear, a normal bear.
What?
Yeah,
A
A
yeah,
normal
normal bear.
bear,
yeah, normal bear. Yeah, just a
not a
normal bear.
freak bear.
And then you fight a freak bear. You know it's a freak bear because they wrap like what wire gauze around it. So it's very.
Amazing.
And then you fight wolves that can chase you on your bike. And then you get to
Mhm.
fight freakers who can chase you on the bike.
Do they have bikes?
Boss?
Well, no, they don't need to. They don't need to have bikes because they can run as fast as the bikes.
Oof.
Yeah, those
Oof.
are at least those you encounter late game lah. And then of course the trademark is of course the horde, which is essentially like hundreds of those freakers roaming about mindlessly, but they have like a day and night system, right? And the horde also like has their own routine. So in the morning they hide in somewhere like inside a train what is call it, one of the train storage thing, the cabinet, no, the container, the empty container,
Mhm.
cargo containers in the train. And then
Okay,
during the
yeah.
night, they will roam about and see, oh, there's mass graves there. Okay, here's lunch, here's dinner. Come, everyone eats. Goes into the kanduri, into the feast,
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say the same thing. Zombie Kanduri.
and basically, and they all tawaf around the area. They just roam around the area. Later in the game, you get to find designated hot areas where this is where they roam, they sleep, and so taking them out is crazy because early in the game, if you try to do that, is basically impossible because your weapons are shit, your skills are terrible. But
Of
I think the
course.
skills are terrible by design. This is why I also like the game. I tolerate a lot of the bad design due to survival elements. So okay, you need to refill your bike for gas. People hated it. because it's just another thing that you need to manage. For me, I don't mind it because now I get to use this practical skill called lift and coast, like any efficient driver do. So when you go
Any
uphill,
efficient motor.
yeah, when you go downhill, don't press the gas. Just let it ride down. Also, you don't generate noise, so you don't attract flickers. So those things makes it work. If you really want, you have to buy with the rules of the game that this is a survival game. If you don't like that idea at all, and you don't like the idea that you are limited in resources, you have limited ammo capacity, and your weapons are shit at first, you cannot aim for your aim reticle is too large at first, then you will be having a bad time because it will take like 30 hours before you get good in terms of, oh, you get the skills you wanted. But the payoff of like taking down the 100 dudes, the 100 freakers, well, it totally feels cathartic. Like after seeing the aftermath, because even there are limitations of course, but then sometimes you get clumps of these bodies that you get to see. Oh, this is my hard work, and then you just go straight away. You need to grab the loot, and thankfully you don't have to like press square to take all of the loot. So you just walk around and see one flicker here, whoa, two flicker, 20 flicker, 100 flicker here. Oh, that feels so good, man. So that's the dopamine that you will get, but it will take you hours until you see it. So if you don't like the idea of seeing a love story of a Matmoto coming to terms with his long lost love, and then experience the many plot twists, because also they took inspiration from Indonesian dramas where there are plot twists on top of plot twists on top of plot twists. It's just missing
Bawang Indonesia.
yeah, bawang merah, bawang putih. Basically, it's just missing the zoom into the reaction shots. Because I legit, again, mild spoilers, but I won't say anything too much. By the end of the game, oh, this is the big moment. Oh god, plot twist. Oh god. Hopefully this is not just a bait and switch, because if it is a bait and switch, I'm going to totally not give this game a need. After lengthy things happen, ending, plot twist again. I got fooled. I got bamboozled, hook, line, and sinker. But then the performance baited really hard. But then I see the performance. I just can't stop saying, okay lah, you did your best. Good job lah, Discord. Okay lah, I'll buy it.
The plot twist, by the way, was a check from Sony. It came in through the door like dunk.
In the toolbox.
Oh yeah, and the last thing that sold me is that the bike customization, because they really put love with the bikes. Even though after playing through the whole game, it is apparently just a linear upgrade. So you get upgrade 1, 2, 3, and 4, something that sort of thing is linear. But each and every part of the bike is uniquely modeled, and 2, they will have certain changes. So like if you change your engine block, not only the engine block looks different, but it also produces a different engine tone. So I noticed the different vroom when I upgrade the engine. That really like, oh yes, they really cared about it, because even in the credits they consulted like a dealership from Harley Davidson or something. So
wow.
The bike is not licensed, of course, but still they put a lot of love with the bike customization. So yeah, so that's Days Gone. Anything else you'd like to ask?
I feel like this review tells us more about Meck than it does about the game.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I feel like Meck has this very big brother approach to video games, where he's like a big softie, and he's just like Days Gone is like this little kid that's like toddling, and like showing him the showing him just like drawing people like this is my zombie game, and Meck is like that's a great game. It's like never mind, it's buggy as all heck, and like 3 other kids have done it. We are the evil ones here, with our noises up high, being like, oh poo poo, another zombie game. But Meck is the only one who's believing in the game, the
No,
little game that could.
yeah, that's the thing. That maybe because of I have like zero or negative expectations about it, it helps. That's also another thing.
Okay.
So when you start from
That's
nothing,
one way to start.
when you expect nothing, everything is a positive from there. and,
Yeah,
and
pretty
I'm
much.
and I'm not saying the game is the best thing in 2019. I almost consider it as one of the biggest surprises of 2019, sure, but still, it has bugs, it has performance issues, and I think this game is like in version 1.07. When I reviewed it, it was 1.03, and I still seen reports of bugs, of glitches, of the usual Unreal texture pop-up problem where it doesn't load the textures. It's it still has issues. And if you don't buy into the whole open world thing, if you already burn out with open world, don't don't play this game at all,
It's
or
not
wait
for
until
you.
sale. But if you like the sort of games like Mad Max, I think which is very close to what Dayscon is doing, and you can
Mhm.
tolerate a bit of zombie, and you don't mind a protagonist that looks really tough in the outside but have a soft side in the inside, muka ganas tapi dalam hati ada taman.
Oh, the plain white man.
Yeah, yeah. So Dayscon for you. The last thing I like to add is that Deacon. Um, I don't mind. I don't mind the character. I'm not saying he's the best. You can still question if he's just a generic white male protagonist, but there is some depth to him. Like the thing I like is that when you try to get the ambushes, the camps. So you go into the
Mm.
camp, and then he keeps whispering to us, "Oh yeah, this son of the bitches, I have to clear this camp. Oh, this all murdering rapist service." He keeps on muttering, yeah. So he's really amped to kill all of them because he's motivated lah. Which is what I feel when I want to clear this damn camp. I have enough of this. I have enough of doing this. And then he says the same thing. Yes, we are related. We are on the same page. Similar like when you go into this called the flicker nest, so you need to clear the flickers out. And oh god damn it, this flickers! Oh, this son of a bitch! We need to clear out this area so we can go through safely. And then if you just go out and don't do the side quest, and just fine, I'll do this later. We'll get it to the. And then you go back. Oh shit! I have forgot. I need to clear out this flicker nest. So those small moments where he just talks to himself and just either berates himself, berates people, is just one of the best things. Like there's a podcast. Basically, a podcast is a radio transmission of a truther. So you just build up conspiracy theories and stuff like that, lah. Stuff that basically is not relevant when you are in a post-apocalypse where people died already. He listened through the whole thing, and then he bashes the hell of them. Oh, you fucking son of a bitch, Copeland, you. So, but then there are moments when he speaks like decent truth, like things that you can agree on. He begrudgingly, yeah, you're right. I agree on that. At least we have something common. So Deacon has a range, even though he looks like that, and it's established that he's a dick. I mean, it's in his name. Checks out.
To be fair though, I feel like asshole character in zombie apocalypse is kind of overdone by now.
No,
Like that's a
We need
no, the whole game is overdone. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I won't be. I won't be like. I won't deny that. That's the whole thing about this. Got the whole thing that people don't like about it is because it's tried and true. It's to the point that people are saying it's almost like a parody of an open world. They are trying too hard to do those things. But the parts where they nail it, it's worth praising. It's just
basically
that
it's derivative lah. That's the thing. It's a derivative.
Yeah, and the whole thing about and the things that stand out are bites, the performance, and that's very subjective lah. People would still some people who don't buy into the story would just ignore the performance, the performance of the actors. I mean, and then the hordes, and that's the big thing about Days Gone. Outside of that is your another open world zombie game.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, somehow I liked it. This is, ladies and gentlemen, why you should have zero expectations of everything, so that you will be easily impressed with everything after that. There you go.
So that's Days Gone. You can also check out Meck's review on the Gamer Matters site, and also to just check out like his further thoughts on the game, I guess. Now, I have to ask a question before we move on to the next topic. It's not to do with Days Gone. It's we need to set a precedent for the podcast because we briefly mentioned spoilers earlier.
Yep.
So a week after a big event, we should be allowed to talk about spoilers, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I watched something and
Oh,
there was a character death that we need to talk about. Can we all just have a moment of silence for Leon Abakio?
Rest in peace.
Okay, so I need. Though we aren't actually going to talk about JoJo. I just wanted to put that gag because I'm pretty sure everyone thought I was gonna drop an Avengers spoiler.
Nah, I know
So
you won't.
so I had an amazing week this past week actually. Like this past 2 weeks, they've been great. You know what the problem was? Wasn't fucking allowed to talk about any of it,
I wonder why.
and it wasn't because of legal bondage. Like not like Meck who wasn't allowed to talk about Days Gone, right? I had an even worse thing than legal bondage. I had societal bondage. So last week, the week of the what was it, 24th? Yeah, whatever. Week of the 24th, a big movie came out. There was a big purple character. There were a lot of heroes. A lot of them died, right? I really want to talk about it. Unfortunately, no one will let me talk about Heaven's Feel.
Second bait.
Fucking, we finally got Heaven's Feel 2 in Malaysia. And I was at the cinema, and like everyone around me is wearing Avengers merchandise. They're all buying Avengers tickets from the kiosk. And I'm there, little weep in the corner, waiting for the Heaven's Feel hall to open.
Wait, is your hall empty? It's just you?
No. There were like a lot of people.
Okay, I was like, wow, that's
But
impressive.
outside, I was like, because I went on a Friday afternoon at like, my showing was at like 5:30 or something. So it's like 5 o'clock. Everyone, there are kids in school uniforms who walked from the nearby school, like, to watch Avengers. They're all like, yeah, man, Avengers. And just like, Heaven's Feel.
Like the small sweat.
Like, oh, it's Thursday, not Friday, my bad. But yeah. And then, and so, and I also watched Avengers. I watched Avengers the next fucking day. But, like, that's the thing, right? I wanted to talk about Heaven's Feel so bad. Everyone's just like, Avengers, right? Avengers was so cool. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's good.
yeah, I guess so. I kind of enjoyed Heaven's Feel more. I'm like, oh, but Avengers. You remember the thing with the thing? And I'm like, yeah. And just because, GSC has like the scrolling billboards. Like when they show the movies, and just like it scrolls over, it shows Sakura and Shiro, and I'm just like, But dude, Daniel, you watched Heaven's Feel, right?
Yeah. Why?
No, just want to know if you wanted to like brief spoiler cast for Heaven's Feel 2. That's been out for like months, by the way. So
Yeah, they are. Like, what shit? I thought they cam rip, so silicon. I'm a worse sweep than one, so. Hehe.
So first off, and I had contemplated multiple times, like bringing a friend with me, like a non-Fate friend, and hoping I could convert them. Because the second Heaven's Feel movie, right? Last Butterfly.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, oh yeah, it should be fine. This movie does not fuck around. Like, this movie is like, hey, we're not gonna explain shit to you. This is the third Fate route already. Like, if you don't know what's going on, go back and do your watch Unlimited Blade Works, you fucking prick.
Just like this one other series that does that.
So it's just like, and I found it refreshing because I was watching it alone, but at the same time I'm just like, oh, thank God I didn't bring anyone with me. Because they had like the thing with Hercules like coming back to life every time he gets killed. No
Oh.
explanation, and then they had like a bunch of stuff. But I have to say, the second movie makes me like Sakura a lot more than the first movie did. I found her annoying in Heaven's Feel 1, and I found her boring in Unlimited Blade Works. Because Unlimited Blade Works is literally like, I'm a kohai and a little sister. Fetishize me.
Yeah. That's what you get. You have Urobuchi as your writer.
That's the thing, right? People are always acting like they're so surprised when Fate does something gross. Like, Fate has always been gross. It has been like its roots are in ecchi.
It's a VN, for fuck's sake.
It's an
Yeah.
eroge VN.
Hero game VN.
There explains a lot.
Yeah. Dude, you can watch cutscenes from the VN on Pornhub. Like, I was looking for the cutscene and all the links were only on Pornhub. It's the
It's about
weirdest shit. It's the weirdest shit ever. But yeah, also Ryder is the best. I fucking love her.
I
She
wonder why.
joins she joins the list of stoic purple Meganes.
I'm
But yeah,
surprised that there is a list.
Dude, I didn't even realize it until last year. I was just like telling my brother over dinner. I was just like, yeah, my favorite movie, my favorite character in Darling in the Franxx is Ikuno, and I was like, oh, I really like Akane and Gridman, because like, and my brother's like, dude, you have a Megane thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're all purple too. He's like, yeah, exactly. And then I'm just like, watching Fate Stay Night, and I'm just like, Ryder, and she's like, and I'm like, oh shit, Emiya Gohan Ryder is a Megane. So yeah.
It took him this long to realize.
Yeah. No man, it's always been there now.
Yeah, but
So
at least we are learning each other in dia.log this episode. A lot.
oh man, fucking last week where I went on my whole tirade about Nico. Like, that's this podcast shall be a memorialization of my dissent. Like, people will listen to
The
it.
degeneracy.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Heaven's Feel 2 was good. I liked it. There's also the Persona news. We'll talk about it more later, but same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I want to talk about Persona, and everyone's like, guys, Avengers comes out this week, and I'm like,
Persona.
But Persona.
I'm just like, guys, there's a hot therapist in Persona 5 the Royal, and everyone's just like, so do you think Iron Man's gonna fight Thanos? I'm just like, oh.
Bad week for Weep. Weep them.
I'm like, guys, Yu-Gi-Oh comes out this week in Japan, and it was just like, Avengers. Oh. And then even when I wanted to talk about Mortal Kombat, everyone was just like, Days Gone, guys. I'm just like, oh.
How? Because when I saw the legal bond not just go up, I was waiting for people. Oh, where's Days Gone? What about Days Gone? I was waiting on Twitter and nothing.
Oh, it's more like just like everyone was doing Let's Plays of Days Gone, so it's just like, oh.
But I have to resort to the the PlayStation for Malaysia gang Facebook page to find people talking about it. And yeah, those are the folks who, oh, why do the reviews go score lower? We gamers rise up. We'll know if the game's better.
Gamers rise up.
We believe in Sony. No, not the gamers rise up is me embellishing lah. but the part where we trust in Sony. Now that I see the people trust in Sony. Wow.
Please don't trust in Sony. They tried to censor Dead or Alive.
That turned me off of pimping my positive review. So I just wait until the crazy loyalists are out of the conversation. Then we put it out. Then we discuss it over there.
So we had one more thing that happened. Fucking Danial. What did you get me into?
Alright, so last week there was this one game that came out. I don't know if you heard it, but it's called Revue Starlight. So
did it just come out? Because I've heard people have been playing it for like years.
It was the international version just came out. So I have decided to ascend Wam into more degeneracy by baiting him with one of their best girls. Which
Dude, let me explain to you what he posted on Twitter that got me interested in Revue Starlight.
Oh, I can already guess by what the material that we have put on record by now. Your audience can already guess it by now. It's totally easy.
So yeah, it was stoic purple Megane dipping this girl who honestly looks like a palette swap of Ruby from Love Life.
Big surprise.
Almost.
Both to Wam and to Daniel. Big surprise.
And I was just like, well, I have to get into this now. Then, because I read Daniel's, he did a first impressions on the site. Also check that out. And he was like, oh yeah, it's like Fate Go but Idol. And I was like, well, I have to play this now. Because the only reason I haven't played idle gacha games is because I hate rhythm games. Well, I don't hate rhythm games, but I don't like them on my phone. You know,
it's pretty hard.
Because I can't play them on trains because then I have to make sure I've got my headphones and all that stuff. But yeah, it's like a better Omega Quintet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Wow, that opened a weird wound. Omega Quintet. Looks promising being offered on PS. Nope. Not touching it.
Here's the thing I like about it, right? Like, the writing is surprisingly not fan servicey.
What
like,
is
for Revue Starlight.
Okay. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, we're closing back that wound. Just to put it on board. Alright.
I will occasionally kick Omega Quintet in comparison. Because Omega Quintet is very much fan servicey. Like, you play as the one guy friend of this group of idols, and one of them's your childhood friend, and you tease her because you secretly like her. You tell her she can't sing, and that just makes her like you more.
So, that anime again. As Days Gone is that video game again.
Yeah. Which is, it's that genre of game. Whereas Revue Starlight is like, oh shit, these are actually characters. They're gay as shit, but they're actually characters.
They were written, that's important.
Yeah, they're actually really well written.
That explains the rather interesting pictures I'm seeing right now. Okay.
There's an anime, by the way. I should point out, I binge watched the anime in 3 days.
Yeah, it's that good actually.
It's also only 12 episodes, so that helps. And it's like, at first it's like, haha, weird premise, right? And then, like, I think around episode 5, it goes Persona. It goes full on Persona. There's a fucking giraffe, and he's basically Ego. Like, I'm not kidding when I say he's basically Ego. He is basically Ego. He is this close to saying, welcome to my velvet room. It's just like, and because the first episode, because they're fighting in like this weird arena, right?
Yeah.
And the first episode they're like, oh, it's under the school. It's like an elevator that opens under the school. Then in every other episode they tell you, no, it's not actually under the school. It's like this weird like velvet room essentially. Because there are girls who can get to that room even though they're not on campus and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, this is Persona. And then they reveal even more weird shit about it. And I don't want to get too much into spoilers, but it really does go full Persona for the back half.
And that's why a lot of people love this show and game.
Yeah.
That weird.
I have to say though, callback to Learning with Fate Go, that manga / anime. Most people, why build your team around practicality and efficiency when you can just pick who's cute?
Same.
I found a second best girl as well, and this is what I've learned is that in my life I mainly have two types, right? So we have Stoic Purple Megane, and we have Devilish Princess.
I think I know who this is.
So, and any like in between of the two is also welcomed. So this is why Akane Shinjo from Gridman is the best character, because she's both. Spoilers for Gridman, by the way.
Nah, it's already a year, so okay.
Yeah, so it's already a year, whatever. And plus, this will make you watch Gridman. But yeah, it's great. I hope that Daniel, did you have anything else you want to say? I know I hijacked topic there.
It's okay. Like that. It is called how I baited you into Starlight, so it is topical.
Well, the topic certainly tells itself lah.
Yeah lah.
It totally works. So we have a recurring baiting theme, I guess.
The bait. The baiting episode.
One last thing before we move on from Revue Starlight. Fuck my hero. She is like, in the anime, she's kind of a boring character. Like, I do like her one episode because it's about like codependency and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But in the game, like the basic Mahiru that you get, which also God bless the game for giving you all the anime girls at the start.
Oh yeah.
She's the only character with a heal skill of all the main cast.
Oh yeah. But she's the weakest.
Yeah, but she's the fucking weakest.
I remember that. Now I know. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And also, like, because I think it's like cards, right? So they shuffle it, and then you get the, and so like you never get it when you need it. I only ever get the heal skill when everyone's healthy or after someone dies. But I have to say though, I've never played a Bushiroad gacha game before.
Yep.
This has set the bar. Like, I feel like I may not be able to enjoy like trashy Chinese gacha games anymore.
You've touched the tip of the skills, the best of the best.
It's like the live 2D, the voice acting, the facial work is actually really good. Like the writing is also, like, the localization is not bad either. Listen, I get to see best girl Kaoruko like put on her smug face as she talks about how she accepts payment in candy for winning a battle. And it's just, yeah, it's a good thing. It's that was kind of game related. I guess we should move on to what's happening with Anan. Anan, you still alive?
Yeah.
He's had to sit through like the longest weeb train we've gone on for a while. Anan?
Yeah.
No, he's done.
Okay, sorry.
He's done.
My turn now.
Because if not, I was gonna actually talk about JoJo. So go before.
Before
Stop the
too late.
train!
So-
Stop the train!
So early April, we got an offer for a review code for this early access game called Outward.
Mhm.
So okay, so basically late request. Then things happen, and I thought that we didn't get the code, but actually, Mac couple days pass, discovered that the code is in spam box of our email for 20 days.
Oof.
Almost got eliminated. Yeah.
We were
20
10
days.
more days to seeing that email permanently gone. We would have
Permanently
missed
gone.
that code and without knowing it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so I redeemed the code to my Steam account and played with it for like 1 hour testing. It's still very early, so I cannot give any solid impressions yet, but I can give some initial impressions. So Outward is a open world RPG, third person only, where you become an adventurer. So your isekai dream of being an adventurer just play Outward. But there's a catch. This is not Overlord Isekai. This is not Sao Isekai. This is Konosuba Isekai, where you don't have money.
Oh no,
Nothing.
poor.
It's a
The
good
poor
thing
man
you don't have.
Isekai.
You don't. Yeah, it's a good thing you don't have three useless party member. That's the only good thing you you have. You will play as Kazuma in Outward. Yeah. So Outward is pretty hardcore game, I would say. It's a hardcore survival, third person RPG, open world. So
yeah, I
yeah,
remember this game. Yeah.
yeah. So you become an adventurer, basically do quests and then level up your character. And then with the survival mechanics, you need to eat, drink, and then sleep. And then to replenish your stuff, you need to hunt for animals for meat, then harvest stuff, harvest fruits and vegetables, and then you can cook your stuff in the crafting.
Mm-hmm.
For cooking, they have three different styles. Okay,
Huh.
just cook without pot, without a cooking pot, so you can only cook one ingredient. Or you can use a cooking pot, you can cook multiple ingredients, or you can use a static kitchen somewhere. So three different style of cooking.
Anan, you know what this is reminding me of?
Right.
It's a bit of Minecraft and Fallout 76.
Minecraft, Fallout, Skyrim, whatever,
Mm.
packaged into a fully hardcore game.
50% of our
Yeah,
listeners
50%.
who might not like survival already checked out already. And I don't blame you guys. So this is the sort of games that you either really love the idea or you check it out already. No, you draw the
Yeah.
line there.
Yeah. And then you have for your skills, you have physical attacks and also magic attacks. So you can learn skills.
Can you explosion? That's a Konosuba joke, right?
Yeah. You can draw a magic circle and then you can fire a fireball.
Wow.
Wait, you said draw. Do you actually have to physically draw a magic circle?
I mean, you have a ability to draw fire magic circle and then you can throw a fireball. Else you just throw like a fire spark that you can use to light up your bonfire. That's all.
It's
Mhm.
not a one button thing.
I know. I mean, later on, there's probably a powerful fireball spell, but for the basic fireball spell, you need to cast your magic circle, which consumes a firestone. Holy
My
shit!
god,
A
consumable magic.
consumable magic circle.
That is my
Imagine that.
pain. That is my line. I cannot stand that. I don't play Final Fantasy 8 because of
Yeah.
that.
I was just about to make a Final Fantasy 8 joke. Like, you
I'm
sure you don't want
sorry.
to draw more magic?
I'm sorry, Final Fantasy 8 fans. I don't like that system at all. I
Yeah.
draw my
Man,
life
it's stressed
there.
out after this game.
So okay.
God,
A few things that point out that this is a hardcore survival RPG adventure game. Okay, you can enchant your weapons with like fire magic. That's consumable, like fire paper in Bloodborne. Okay, that is normal. And
Mhm.
then to cast a fire, let's say to cast a magic circle, you need a consumable. Let's say a fire stone or something. And then to fast travel, you need a travel ration. So it's fast travel is consumable.
Oh my god.
And then the compass doesn't do anything except point direction north south. You don't have quest marker. And then the map, you don't have your own sprite on the map. It doesn't show you where you are. Just show you a map. Okay, that's it.
you really have to use a map like in real life.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
figure out where you are in the map. God.
yeah. And then the only indicator in the UI, so you have your health, your stamina, and your mana, and then the temperature. For the temperature, you can have like hot desert and cold winters. So you need different gears. You need a hot weather gear. You need a cold weather gear. Else you will have problems. And then you also need to sleep. So for sleep, you have different grades of sleeping amenities. You can have a luxury tent, a shoddy tent, and just a bedspread. 3 different beds.
I know the game is supposed to be hardcore survival, but Anna, you laying it all out like this, man. Part of it, I really like the idea. Part of it, it's the pain of my life. I do
Yeah.
not know where I stand because
It's
it's a mixed bag for me right now. I
It's a cool
appreciate what they want to
idea.
do. Yeah,
it's a cool
It's hard.
idea. I just don't want to play it.
Yeah, it's a chore. It's a chore. Like you don't. I just played the tutorial for all of that, and it took me almost an hour to like really like get in there, like play the tutorial.
It reminds me of the RuneScape tutorial. That's more or less what the RuneScape tutorial was as well.
But if you really love like survival RPG, like you want to do everything each one by one, control your adventure, this is the game for you. I can tell you that. If you like chore and managing yourself, this is like the perfect game for you.
It's on PS4, is it?
yeah. I remember covering it. It is out on PS4 and also on PS Store Asia. Yeah, we Asians
Ooh.
are supported.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
Finally.
It's out of early. It's not early access now, so it's full release now.
yeah, I
So
guess it's full
yeah,
release.
yeah.
And I believe it has split screen multiplayer. Not
Yeah,
sure if it's on
you can
PC
play.
as well.
You
It
can play
really
two.
is Minecraft.
You can play two.
I don't know if it's more fun or just even hectic with another person on
Here's the
there.
thing, right? These kind of games, stressful games, are more fun with second players for pure Schadenfreude.
I would agree.
It's permadeath, right?
No. I just died 2 times. Okay, first time I died to a bandit, and I woke up in a dark cave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a body there, and then there's a lantern. I pick up the lantern, and then a wild dog attacked me, and I'm dead again. And then I'm transported to the starting village, starting town. It's half. So I'm not sure whether there's permadeath. You can create new characters. Like, okay, I play a character, you can just create a new game. You have a second slot, third slot. So it's not like just one account. You can have different account, like Dark Souls.
Yeah, more games need to do that.
But yeah, this is like a very extensive game. I really want to play it, but I need to invest more time. The thing I don't have is time and patience.
Don't we all?
Oh, speaking of time and patience,
Oh, we're going to move on, eh?
depends. Do you have any,
Moving on.
like if
No.
okay? Because I'd like to correct something I said last podcast. Remember when I said that the OS6 has a mean progression system?
Mm-hmm.
I take that back. The OS6 progression system is lovely. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. I unlocked everything. Like I unlocked everything for purchase for Nico in like 3 days. Like of casual arcade laddering and some online matches. Lovely. You know what game has a shit progression system? Mortal Kombat.
Okay, just to preface the whole Wam's long opinion about this, when I saw the review that Wam turned in, I saw, this looks okay. Alright, cool. This sounds like a 7. Okay, understandable. His critiques are, I never change whatever that you guys write. I just check for grammar errors and formatting most of the time. Unless even if I have some issues, I will tell you guys on what sort of things that you need to focus on, something like that. But I will never change it on my own. And then I look at the score and okay. This is because last time I reviewed Injustice 2. I think it was okay, and despite having a loot box, it was the most generous of the loot box system that year. Like what, 2017? Yeah, 2017. And then I saw, wait, they removed loot box and it gets worse. Huh.
Okay,
Huh.
I have
And then
I have
you
a
explain.
theory. I have a theory. The people who made Mortal Kombat 11 specifically want people like me to complain about the fact that because you cannot buy loot boxes with real money. You can't buy them with real money. But you can only get shit from loot boxes. They want me to say specifically the phrase, I wish I could buy loot boxes with money because because getting them in this game is a fucking chore. It is the worst. And okay, first of all, we have it does not have a loot box screen. No, dear listener. You don't get a loot box screen. We have the Crypt, a pseudo-adventure mini-game inside of Mortal Kombat 11, where you walk around Shang Tsung's crusty old house, opening chests with in-game gold that you get from playing the game. So I posted a bunch of footage of it on Twitter. Literally, you just walk around and there's a chest that will say like, you need 5,000 coins to open this, and you open the chest, and then you get whatever. It's never gonna be what you want, but but this isn't just loot boxes, guys. It's a real game. It's an adventure game. You get Shao Kahn's hammer, and you can press square to swing it, so you can break things and interact with objects that way. This game has I think 4 currencies or something like that. You have gold, you have spirit orbs, you have hearts, you have time crystals. Yeah, 4. Time crystals are the paid currency, by the way. You can spend up to 200 ringgit at once on them.
What?
200 ringgit is like the 5,600 time crystals, but I haven't found any reason to do it. Except, and we'll get to that. We're getting there. So the fucking Crypt, and okay, I'm gonna preface some arguments here. I know, hey listener, I know what you're gonna say. Just don't play the Crypt. Here's the problem, right? I wanna fucking customize my character. The game makes a big fucking deal about customizing your character, to the point that if you accidentally end up playing against the same character in arcade mode, you can't fucking tell the difference unless you have a different character, unless you've customized your character, because they will look fucking identical to each other. Right? So my whole mission in going into the Crypt is I want some shit for Noob Saibot, because Noob Saibot's the best. He's a cool character. He is a stand user. Right?
Yeah.
I spent a fucking hour in the Crypt, advancing the quote-unquote story of the game. I had 300k gold. And I was just like, I'm going to progress through the Crypt as much as possible. Because you go through a bunch of shit. You go to Goro's lair, you go to the bug place, you go to Shao Kahn's sex dungeon. I kid you not, you go to like Shao Kahn's room where he keeps like a bunch of relics that he kept. And like they want to convince you that this isn't just a shitty loot box because there's loot boxes everywhere. So they add stuff like jump scares and kill rooms. There's actual combat, by the way. There's a part where like spiders appear and you have to hit them before they kill you. It's one hit, they touch you once and it kills you. Here's the problem: game fucking sucks. Your hammer has like a wide swing, right? It's only active for the middle part of the swing. Only what's directly in front of you dies. And you swing so fucking slow too. This game is ass. The crib. And he's a Mortal Kombat on its own. Like it's a good fighting game. I had my qualms about it at first because I feel like I have stylistic disagreements with Mortal Kombat.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
A lot of people actually like. Here's my thesis: Mortal Kombat and Dead or Alive are the same fucking game. They're the same fucking game. You think about it, right? They're more about fan service than they are about actual gameplay, even though the gameplay is actually quite good most of the time. You know, they had stuff like interactable costumes. You take damage, then the costumes will like change a bit, you know. The only difference is that Mortal Kombat is for dude bros, you know. You imagine this guy in a polo shirt coming home being like, "Hey man, let's Mortal Kombat," and everyone's like, "Yeah." They're Alive is for degenerate weebs.
Like us.
Like us. Exactly.
I might draw a line there. I'll be on either half.
On the fence.
Yeah.
No, you are like me, Meck. You are a man of culture. You enjoy all fighting games. All fighting games are welcome here.
Okay,
Like-
so I'll draw a circle around it.
Yeah.
That circle
Like, that's the
will
thing.
mark
That
fighting
circle.
games.
I'm just saying, like, the reason why you're cool if you play Mortal Kombat, you're disgusting if you play Dead or Alive, makes no sense because they're the same fucking game. You know, it's just Dead or Alive is just Mortal Kombat with waifus. Replace the blood with anime girls, and you get Dead or Alive. So yeah, and here's the thing about the loot boxes, right? All manner of shit is in those loot boxes.
Yeah, that's the big problem in there. Apparently, like
So
in Injustice 2, you only get gear, but now, oh my god. Okay,
now
continue on.
there's a crafting system, so you can get crafting materials. There's skip battle options for the arcade modes.
Wow.
Okay, wait, before we continue this, I have to explain what the fucking Towers of Time are. Towers of Time are like Arcade Plus, where that's another way you can get certain gear you can only get by clearing Towers of Time. So what they add is they add these things called consumables, so it's a K. I already hate this. And what consumables do is that they add gimmicks to fights. So like one consumable will be like call in Sub-Zero to do an assist. And one so you know, that's okay. Here's the problem though. Towers of Time is they've designed it like you get your gear randomly. They have it pre-programmed. So I was stuck for days, for like 2 days, at this one level of Towers of Time because I was fighting Kano as Noob Cybot, and he had 2 assists. One of them fires a horizontal beam that hits high, and it's really, really fast. It comes up really fast, and if you are comboing when that beam comes out, it will knock you out of your combo.
Wow.
The second one is, imagine like a swinging door of laser beams that just swings back and forth and moves along with you. That one does not knock you out of combos, but passively does damage to you while you're standing in it. So
It's so bad.
if you're doing any of the long animation attacks and a bit of you is touching that beam, you will take damage for the entire part of your combo.
I thought the gimmick should have been fun. Injustice 2's gimmicks were fun. They are equivalent for the Towers of Time. I think it was the multiverse. Man,
Probably.
what I heard of MK11, they went too hard with the whole gimmicks and the progression and whatever you are talking about right now. Because oh my god, I thought it was just maybe it was misunderstood. No, 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 it is terrible. Ooh.
You can skip battles. Like if a floor is too hard, you can be like, I want to skip this battle. Here's the thing: you can only do that if you have a skip battle token. And where would you get a skip battle token? You know, maybe it would be from clearing arcade mode. That would be a good place to place a skip button token, right?
Yeah.
You know, or you get soul orbs every time you win. So maybe you can trade soul orbs for skip battle tokens. Heck, maybe you could even use time crystals to buy skip button tokens. No, wrong. They put that skip button token in a loot box. I've only gotten one. I've only gotten one skip token from like cumulatively probably 3 hours of uh of the crypt.
Oh, that's really sounding depressing, man.
It is. So that's the other thing. You can get the only way you're gonna get consumables, which you need for Towers of Time, because first off, the game does not reward you for not using consumables. You have to use consumables. The other thing is the game. What was my? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so you have no way of determining what consumables you're gonna get from the crypt. They are entirely random. That's what the crafting system is for. You can sort of maybe get control what consumables you get. So I only cleared that stage because I was lucky enough to have made a consumable that gives you armor, so that the laser beam doesn't knock you out of your move. So
It's Shadow of
that's
War all over again.
That's what's
Because Shadow of War, I think they don't really push the microtransactions as much. Yes, you can buy with real money, I think, if I remember,
they
but
push it by killing your orcs every
no,
5 minutes.
no, not that much. That's not the problem. The problem is that everything takes too freaking long. You need to train those orcs. It takes too long. You need to finish the game. The game is extended like 10 or 20 hours longer just because you have to grind or because the progress was like very slow moving. The XP was all slow. But I guess that's the problem with it. I think this is again with MK11. Everything just takes too freaking long, and for MK11 specifically, it's just too much layers of unneeded
Chaff.
progression. Yeah, like you said, chaff. Just those are unneeded. You can streamline a lot of those things, but they choose not to.
Can. Oh wait, and I have nitpicks about that too, about it taking too long. But hold on, we're still exploring the crypt here. So
Can we end Disney MK Wonderland now?
no, if I had to go through this, you guys have to go through this. So
disconnect now.
I opened the fucking loot crate, right? And because there are some crates where they're guaranteed to have better results than others, right? So most of them use different currencies, by the way, instead of gold. Some of them use hearts, which you get by performing fatalities. Open one, I'm like, yeah, this one's gonna, for the most part, oh yeah, the worst result you can get for characters is you get concept art from them.
That's
You
the
get
worst
fucking
thing. They bloated the art.
Yeah.
Really bloated it.
Not just concept art. You can get previs art as well. Like for the fatalities and stuff, you get like the storyboard sketches that they do for the fatalities.
Don't you get the icons as well for loadouts?
Yeah.
That's
Full Overwatch.
That's even more offensive, I guess.
No, I storyboard sketches are more offensive to me. Why? Why are you giving me an overworked, underpaid artist's drawing? And then, because this game has 2 DLC characters that are out already,
Huh?
And
Two?
that's the thing. 2, yes.
Oh, one is the
That's-
pre-order one. Okay.
That's the thing, right? Didn't even make the top 3 most offensive things about this game, having 2 DLC characters out already. I open up the crate that's guaranteed to give me good shit, not just concept art, good shit. And what do I fucking get? I get shit for Shao Kahn, one of the DLC characters. He's not even in the game. I counted. I got 3 Shao Kahn crates and 2 Frost. Frost is the other character, not Warframe Frost. Fem Sub-Zero Frost. I got 2 Frost crates and 3 Shao Kahn crates. I have only gotten 2 Noob Cybot crates in my entire... No, I got 3, yeah. I got 3 Noob Cybot crates in my entire playthrough. I've gotten 5 for characters that aren't in the game. Actually, they're in the game because you can fight them in arcade mode. They're on disc DLC.
I can't hear you.
So yeah, that's... And the most disappointing thing is that Mortal Kombat's a good game. Like, it's the only fighting game my brother will play with me.
You know how terrible the creep is? We spent 15 minutes complaining about it and not talking about the good part of the game.
That's what pisses me off the most, right? Is because like I would play arcade with my brother for like an hour, right? Like just rematching each other constantly. Just be like, I'm being too hard on this game. It's a lot of fun. Like I'm having a lot of fun here, arcading, as in not arcading, like just playing best of threes with my brother. And I'm just like, this is not bad. This is fun. I am enjoying this. And I'm like, oh hey shit, I've got like 300k gold. Better go to the crypt and try to get some new shit for Noob Cybot. Nope. This is terrible. This game is ass, and I hate it. But yeah, so that's Mortal Kombat. The customizing characters, like you can customize their special moves. That's actually really cool. I thought I wouldn't like it, but I do. It has a lot of like nitpicky waste your time moments. Like after every match, you has to contact the server and update your. If you're player 2, make sure you have an account, or else you cannot make your own custom loadout.
Yeah, that's a lingering issue from Injustice 2, and apparently they do not have any intention of addressing it. God damn it.
Yeah, especially because like that's the fun of the game, right? Is having your own version of the character.
Yeah, and
Like
then
my
player
brother.
2 get stuck with default.
Yep. So that's a whole problem. But yeah, I actually got to play a fighting game with my siblings for once, and it wasn't them like taking pity on me. It was they were actually like having fun. Be like, hey, do you want to play Mortal Kombat? And I'm like, okay, this never happens. No one ever says, do you want to play Pokken? No one ever says, do you want to play Smash? But apparently everyone likes Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so at least familiar relationship go up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the only socially acceptable fighting game apparently.
So
No,
that-
because Dead or Alive is for degenerates. Ooh.
we let's just say we are going long. So
Oh
let's
yeah,
move on.
I am sorry for that like rant, but I feel like we had to get there.
No, it's fair. I took 20 minutes already. So moving on.
Don't worry, we have no more warm topics in the docket.
How about we breeze through the probably last Dia.Cast in quite
Yeah,
a
we
while.
can't skip Dia.Cast this week because it's the season finale of Dia.Cast.
Yeah.
Before we take the spring break, the Ramadan break. Okay, so start to the point. Okay, do we want to go to Paris first or do we want to go to the
Baku.
Now we go Paris first.
Alright.
We.
We indeed. Daniel, take it away.
So who likes seeing electric cars going to the water?
That's a
That's the only.
that's a loaded statement. Eh?
Yeah. That's basically what happened in Formula E last week at Paris. They finally had their first wet race, and boy, it was fun.
Sleepy boy.
Sleepy boy.
Sleeping everywhere.
The best part, the best part is not before the start that I actually had. I reminded myself to give Meck the secret Indonesian stream that we watch Formula E.
I can't believe it's super secret though. I still can't believe
Itulah.
it's very secretive. Good sauce on that, Daniel. Good show. He knows his
So-
sources.
Isn't that a journalist supposed to do? Find source.
I'm punching you up right now. Okay, let's move on. So the race itself.
So the race itself, is won by Virgin
Green.
Audi. Yeah, Robert Fiennes.
Right.
Even people don't know how to spell that well. Fiennes or Fiennes,
Better
Mhm.
than fringes.
fringes.
I'm sorry about that.
So the best part is like everyone, since this is a street circuit, and street circuit doesn't have normal drainage where you can the water will go away, so the track is perpetually wet.
Mhm.
And so I think the most easiest to say this is, remember when you play Hot Wheels and you like to push your cars on top of each other.
Mhm.
That's especially that is the race lah. Basically, in a nutshell, every car on top of each other, 2 or 3 times. Mm.
I like the fact that
Hot Wheels.
we go in yellow. Okay, relax, ready. Green, pop, crash.
Bang.
Yellow again.
Yellow again.
Okay, wait up, clear the wreckage. Okay, ready. Green, crash again. No, literally it happens like that. It's like just a few corners and then pop, slip, crash.
But it's really fun. Not as much fun as, say, a certain F1 race dekat Azerbaijan.
Oh, well done, Baku.
Well done,
This year, well done on quali and practice.
Can I make a request? When we inevitably put this on the thumbnail, can we replace Baku with M'Baku from Black Panther?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Baku.
I was about to say that.
On the
Put him in
grill.
an F1
Well
car.
done.
So, okay, the best story about Baku GP, is that the worst team in F1 right now, Williams, had their car split in half thanks to a drain pipe.
Almost played it now.
So you imagine the memes are, who win, a $1.5 million car or one drainy boy?
This is why they weren't in the Paris race, man. They're dangerous.
You can contrast the powers of the drain plug, the drain covers.
Itulah. To add salt to injury, and then after they don't pick up the car to bring it to the pit lane, the truck, the recovery truck that was bringing the car, smashed into a bridge and basically spilled oil all over the car. So
Yeah, like hydraulic
Double
fluids.
whammy. From the crane.
uh,
Double whammy.
Well, technically, that should make them more aerodynamic because oil is slippery.
Eh. and then another insult to injury. The teammate, another car of the Williams team,
smashes into the wall, like
Smashes into the
literally 2 hours later. So good, bagus.
and they have no money for parts.
This is basically the poverty team of F1 right now. And now
Mhm.
they are facing like big budgets, big costs, big bills to pay. And the only thing that the the guys at Baku can do is send a bouquet of flowers saying sorry. Oopsie.
Sorry, we brought your car.
And then there's the gift of the person who tries to fix the cover of the drain. It's just like pop. You just like smash it
Step
into
on
the
it,
ground.
okay.
Yeah, stamp on it.
Yeah, it
And
will
then,
be fine.
Oh, then brush the dust off his finger, his gloves, and okay, fix.
Perfect. Uh,
Just another day at
Race-wise,
Baku.
yeah. Race-wise, it's pretty uneventful. Unless I think it's
I
the first
mean,
time I sleep in
no,
Baku.
second time. The first race was boring in 2016.
So no two teammates crashing each other, unfortunately. But
No Ericsson, so it's fine.
but Daniel Ricciardo made an whoopsie again.
For next year, I've read the rules. They will be adding a review mirror towards all cars. So now I understand why.
Ricardo reverse on Korea.
No, man. So you can look the motherfucker who's gonna rear end you right in.
Pretty much.
Oh my god. It was a silly mistake, but it's also a sign of that the drivers at Renault haven't come to terms to the cars that they have right now. They don't know the limits, and again they push the line too far and overbrake and accidentally took his former teammate out. But at least he apologized afterwards lah. But Daniel Kvyat makes a gesture. Like, yeah, I'll buy him a review mirror after that. All's
Then
fun
it's
and
okay.
games.
FIA will give you free mirror next year, so
Yep.
no need to spend money.
Oh yeah, Robottas.
Oh yeah. Okay, so our favorite Finnish driver finally won another race. So it's now 2 versus 2 between Hamilton and Bottas. So the updates are working again. Yeah.
And
Just like Android.
And I can confirm on qualifying day he had porridge. He had porridge and he got pole. That explains it all.
So see, all we had to do was reinstall the driver. Like we had to uninstall and reinstall the driver. It's fine. Robottas works now.
Yeah.
Better
In the
than
meantime,
ever.
in the Formula 2 race, they have 7 DNF.
Oh yeah. Oh well
in the
done,
same
Baku.
track. So well done, Baku, on a different race
So
for
it's
Formula 2.
nothing happened on the main race of F1, but everything, a lot of other things happened around it. The F2 race, the practice session, the qualifying session.
7 crashes in Formula 2.
Crashes, gila.
That's a lot of damage.
There's some F1 multiplayer.
Oh boy.
Yeah. In one after one crash, and then they have yellow flag, right? So yellow flag, so dia kumpul was in one line.
Yeah,
and then
they clap
when
the
you're
cars
about
up.
to start, Seju Sete camera crash, boom, yellow again.
Yeah, like literally out of nowhere, they just spins out and hit the wall. Bagus.
So at
That is some rookie mistake.
So still a well done Baku, even though not F1 race.
Oh my god. Man, I think Azerbaijan cements itself clearly by now. No complaints here. Even if they are boring races, there will still be action somewhere.
It cement itself as the meme fact of F1.
I mean the fact that we keep calling it Walden Baku. It's already a meme. So yeah, let's move on to the news.
Yeah, let's move on to the news, I guess. To the news. So it finally happened. Fucking Persona Live. A month after the disappointing teaser of a teaser.
Announcement of announcement reminds me of they also keep announcing of announcement.
Yeah. We finally got. By the way, speaking of that Persona Live, that was actually a pretty good concert. I listened to most of it.
Yeah, it was actually free, so like props to Sega, I guess.
I can't believe there was a flamenco version of the casino theme from Persona 5. Like, that's the weirdest shit when they play overworld music in like live. I'm just like, I went out for a bit. I came back and I put on my headphones like para 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 para. I'm just like, what? And like the crowd is like cheering. They've got glow sticks. I mean, this is a good song. This is not a thing I've ever expected to happen. You know, like most games, you have like the one song that makes everyone cheer, and here is Persona just like, here's the overworld music.
Ooh.
But yeah, Persona 5 the Royal, guys. It's real. It's happening.
New
So-
So
wife.
it's P4G again, right?
Yeah, it's P5G essentially. Yeah,
Damn.
it's.
Foil again.
I mean, I don't know what people were expecting because isn't that what everyone wanted? This is more Persona 5, man.
Yeah, me as well. So now I have to buy 2 copies.
Spend another 100 hours.
Yeah, so the new girl is not FemC, as everyone suspected.
Sad.
She is instead a new party member named Kasumi, codename Royal.
Ooh.
Her Arcana is royal, is it?
No,
Yeah.
her like thief name
Oh, thief name,
apparently
okay.
is Royal. She looks like female. Even her costume like looks like female Joker. But I have massive speculations on that because it looks like she knows about the Phantom Thieves for a while and then only gets you do her palace like much later where she gets her own persona. Because
Awesome.
it look
And
yeah,
now-
so it looks like she crushes hard on Joker, and who wouldn't? Because that man's a sexy beast. But but so like all the obsessive stuff, tiny shit I noticed from the trailer and the website. It looks like there's a school dance event because there's an animated cutscene of her at what looks like a school dance.
Ooh.
So that's interesting. Hoping for that.
Cool dance. Oh, so they're putting an American trope now.
Yes.
Yeah. There's also another new character. Like now we have non-arcana arcanas. So we have like
What?
the advisor. There's two new social links. There's Kasumi, and then there's
And
this
the
therapist dude.
doctor.
Yeah.
Who is a therapist?
Yeah, he's the school counselor. My favorite thing is someone drew fan art of like all the adult confidants fighting over the counselor. Like everyone's trying to date the counselor.
Oh my god, I'm supporting Tora all the way.
Tora.
The politician guy, I forgot what it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Social name.
shit.
I forgot all about him.
The politician
Yeah.
man guy. I totally
Perfect time to play
vibe
the
with him.
Persona 5 Royal. Aha, nampak
The
tak?
politician.
He's the underdog that we all love. Well, I love.
No man, I support a Sai and Tai like tag team victory. Like he's
Ooh.
Thai side.
Okay,
Hi, Ty.
strong tag team for sure.
Strong
Anything
tag team.
else?
So
Human Mona?
yeah, I forgot Ikemen Mona as a thing.
What's Ikemen again?
Handsome
guy.
Yeah, handsome guy.
Right.
So this isn't confirmed, but there's a disturbing screenshot on the Persona 5 Royal website of a handsome boy. Daniel, could you pull up the screenshot and put it in the chat while I explain what's going on?
Allah.
So, it's a handsome guy. Like it's literally his name title. It says Ikemen.
Yeah, handsome guy.
And he's got black hair, blue eyes. He's wearing a black t-shirt with like a yellow thing around his neck, like Morgana. And then he uses the pronoun wagahai to talk about himself, which is what Morgana uses. And then he's also talking about Lady Anne and getting weirdly excited. And that leads to some disturbing implications. We think Morgana may have finally become human.
Now we
'cause,
can
yeah.
finally punch him.
Because, also, yeah, because Persona 5 Royal is like changing things up. Like they're adding a bunch of new shit, including like more time.
New semester.
Oh yeah, there's a big time skip. Totally ripe for the picking.
Yeah, Cash was always telling me about that as well. But yeah, so Persona 5 Royal looks interesting. Ikemen Morgana, hot therapist, and Kasumi, oh sweet Kasumi. This is what I told Cash when Persona 5 Royal was announced. I said, look at Kasumi, like she looks amazing. I can't wait to cheat on her with Futaba and have her kick my ass.
Oh, the Valentine's Day one. Oh, this
And
enemy.
yeah.
NTR.
So Jesus is gonna kill you, not Futaba.
Also, they added like you get new super moves, I guess. Like, cause all the
Oh,
characters
yeah.
seem to have like individual, like they're not quite all-out attacks, but they look like some kind of super move that they can do. Cause Ryuji has one, I can't remember what it was. Haru has one where, they also appear to be, it's either her unique attack or it's a tag team attack where she like rides Mona. Not that way, you perverts. No, she stands on the bus.
Oh, no.
Again, baited.
and like fires from it. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a tag team attack or if it's just her thing. And then sweet Makoto gets a stand rush. Now I'm gonna be incredibly pedantic here. Because everyone's like, ha ha ha, Makoto's going aura. Wrong. Because Makoto is clearly referencing Fist of the North Star, because the thing she does before she does her rush attack. So technically she's going ta. Just saying. That is peak nitpickiness. But that's what we're here for. We're here to be super pedantic, so you don't have to.
I believe there's also a group outing. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, and they can send you selfies now. Ryuji will send you his dick.
Oh, goddamn. Blocks. Reject.
You can block Ryuji on WhatsApp now. But yeah, it looks really cool, and I'm very excited. And why, in the good year of our Lord 2019, do we still have different regional releases?
Sega
Because
is still working on it, I guess. But at least it's still the same treatment of, yes, we are announcing it to the West as well.
Yeah, at least we're getting it. Listen, if they had said in no international if they hadn't announced an international release,
riot,
there
baby.
would have been blood.
Gaduh.
I'll be
Fucking
with you.
Danial would have descended from the sky.
Ask Anan about the fire spell. I'll bring the torches. We'll get the people out.
Yeah, Anan will cast the fire spell. Meck will have the torches, and I'll like do the scorpion pull.
Oh, we gotta cross the line on there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Sega is still working on it.
Yeah, P5S was also announced. It's not Persona 5 on the Switch.
It's a Dynasty Warrior.
Well, technically,
it's a Muso game, but it is on Switch.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? Everyone's like, oh man, you must be so disappointed. I'm like, on one hand, yes, I did want Persona 5 on the Switch. On the other hand, Persona Muso game though. Persona Muso game. That sounds cool as shit. Want it. It looks cool. It looks cool, you know. Summon your stand and you attack hordes upon hordes of shadows. We have no info to base this off of, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be crossover characters. I'm sure there's gonna be like Yu Narukami. And maybe Pipe Dream. Pipe Dream Mitsuru.
Just the kills, Joker.
Uh-huh. I mean, because there's not many characters in Persona, right? You have like the Phantom Thieves, and then you're gonna have Goro, and then you're gonna have Kasumi. Who else? You're not gonna play as Kamoshida. No one's gonna fucking play as Kamoshida.
Never.
You can't play as Jack Frosthole. So the next logical step is, of course, putting in all the Persona characters.
They did that with Arena.
Yeah, they did do that with Arena.
There is a precedent.
There is a precedent. At the very least, we're gonna get Yu Narukami and Minato. At best,
Come on. Yeah,
give
come
us
on.
everyone.
All those all those HD dance textures guna
Yeah,
je lah.
exactly. We got the dance models. We got the dance.
Repurpose the dance models for fighting Usos.
The thing, we even have the persona models too, because all their personas were DLC for Persona 5.
Ah,
Hmm.
come on, Atlas.
Come on, Atlas.
Think about
We have a nice 10 out of 10 for you if you give this to us.
it.
So yeah, that's the Persona 5 news that I wasn't allowed to talk about because Avengers came out last week.
And nobody else care.
Nobody else cares about my weeb dating sim RPG. So what else happened this week? We have
Well, one
The
look at the
abomination.
news, and the news snippet dockers, and everybody's terrified because what is said is like, look, one of us has to talk about the fucking Sonic trailer. I
Remember that song by Coolio called Gangster Paradise?
yeah.
Someone predicted.
Someone predicted that literally a decade ago, and he just updated saying that I am a prophet.
from freaking 2007. Now YouTube is recommending the heck of that for the better.
Sonic. Here's the thing, right? From the front, Sonic looks baseline nightmarish, right?
I mean, they went into the uncanny valley.
It's like
they dip into the light.
he looks about as creepy as most live action shit looks, right? From the front.
Yeah.
There's that one shot in the trailer where he turns around and it's clearly just a human wearing a Sonic head. And it's I did not need to see Sonic's back muscles. That's not a thing I need. I gained a frenzy condition.
And,
Yeah, that's Sonic. Looks like shit. The movie itself looks like shit, not just Sonic, but also Sonic looks like shit. Epic has acquired Psyonix of Rocket League. Hints of Steam Rocket League divorce. The money buying machine Epic continues its tirade of buying games before it even has a fucking shopping cart.
They're throwing money, and they're also like throwing money in the hope that Rocket League esports will take off.
If it was gonna take off, it would have taken off by now, buddy. Don't know how to
Yeah.
tell you this.
I think
Throwing
it's like
money
must
at
be
the problem
nice.
doesn't solve it.
it's
It
been
must
how
be
many
nice to be rich enough to make bad decisions.
At least one thing is nice about the story is like a homecoming to Psyonix because they did a lot of works on Unreal Tournament beforehand.
Oh,
So that's is sort of the connection that you can have with. It's not like just a random buyout lah. But still, yeah, the implications.
Investors are withdrawing from the Madbox game console because of the Google Stadia.
I told you it was a fucking scam. Like literally a year ago. Not even a year, 4 months ago.
I was gonna say it definitely wasn't a year ago. I talked about the Madbox pretty recently.
That was in January. I said it was a scam, and see, nampak tak?
The one thing Google did good about Stadia is scaring people out of making more consoles.
So man, can't fucking compete with Google. Rage 2 will be coming out on a plethora of consoles, including a Dreamcast. Not on the Dreamcast, on a Dreamcast. So on Rage 2's Twitter right now, you can enter a poll to win a PC stuffed into a Dreamcast as Rage 2.
I have questions about this decision.
I like it. It's whimsical. It's just enough whimsy to work. And they
totally.
explained it too. They explained it too because they were like, it's on Dreamcast, it works, and then in the next week they were like, yeah guys, we shoved the PC into this Dreamcast.
So who wants it?
Yeah, the Dreamcast hardcores who are still there are totally pissed about this. But yeah, I have questions.
I want more of this to happen. I want to see like game consoles shoved into other game consoles. You take an Xbox One and shove it into a PS4. I'm playing Halo, guys.
Yes. Shove Dead or Alive on the Switch. No, it is
No, it's
coming to
on
the
Switch.
Well, that we don't have to do that. Moving on.
It's even the better version is on Switch. Because Dead or Alive Scarlet is uncensored on Switch.
Aha.
On that topic,
And on the topic of culture, porn game Kickstarter Subverse smashed its target by 1,668%. I was looking at this while Meck was talking about Days Gone. This game looks amazing.
it is. No, the thing is, I don't know how come you guys haven't covered this before.
I hadn't heard of it. Somehow it didn't reach me.
This, I mean, you totally got my okay. You know about our policies.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it. This is the one that's like sexy Mass Effect, is it?
Yes.
Yep, that's the one.
And I believe it is the most funded Kickstarter project of all time
Yes.
at the
You
moment.
see, Sony, you could get some of this too if you weren't didn't have a stick up your ass about porn.
Hmm.
There is a Megane scientist lady. Her name is Lily, and
She was purple, probably.
no, she wears like black and white, unfortunately. But you know, if they make skins, then maybe. But yeah, it looks interesting. It's a grid-based combat, kind of XCOM-y.
Ooh.
There's like ship battling sequences, which are like more bullet hell like. It looks like an interesting game. Also the tiers are great. The basic one is called Engage, then Space Cadet, then Astronomer, 2 S's, because culture. Big Bang Theorist, Xeno Zookeeper, Studio 69 VIP, Curious Colonist, and Boing Boing Weekly Editor, and Space Whale.
That was one.
And the last one is Space Whale.
Aduh.
Unapologetically, I respect.
Back by popular demand, the infamous whales of Studio FOW will get to pick their very own love scene and fetish to be featured as one of the in-game reward. This is dangerous.
This is dangerous.
I mean,
But it's £750, so I assume pedophiles don't have that money.
oh,
Nope.
okay, that, okay. Put the line there. Don't
Oh,
cross
design.
that.
It has to be with an in-game waifu, so you cannot create a new character. And so
Alright.
since there are no lollies in the game, we're fine.
Thank
Thank
God.
God. Okay, I can check this out.
But yeah, the
This turned out
models
well,
look really good. Art style looks really good. I want this game. They don't have a media partners thing like Love Esquire did, because otherwise, you know, we want to be on that Studio FOW, please. The all dig shapes, spaceships are correctly functioning on time. Good to know. And our last story of the day, this one I know nothing about. So if you're sick of my voice already, good job. We've made it to the tail end. Borderlands 3. Take it away.
So,
Mac?
the big gameplay reveal has been revealed. We've got a good chunk of 1 hour of gameplay covering like 3 different levels at 3 different timelines, 3 different progress, I guess. A lot of good details there, and also there are plenty of gameplay footage, about around 100 an hour and 45 minutes, around 90 minutes
Yep.
of people playing around Borderlands 3. They showed off 2 characters so far, Amara and Zane Flint, and they've showcased all the whole skill tree.
Yep.
And apparently, they made like good changes this time around. There's now mantling and butt slides, which is basically lifted from Titanfall 2 because they played a lot of Titanfall 2 before. Good on that.
Mm.
There are destructible covers. The level is now scaled, so if you have like a friend that has been playing so long and is already way out of your level, they can still join your game and be evenly leveled, and you can have also loot instance, so you don't have to fight for your loot. You will get your own loot on your own screen, which is cool.
Yep.
What else? The skill trees. Here's this crazy part. I think Zane looks much more interesting now that we know his skill. So the first thing is that once you open your action skill, it's not just one. You get a choice of 3. Same goes to Amara, but for Zane, you get to pick 2 out of them. You have to forego your grenade button, but you get to pick 2 skills.
Mhm.
It's a lot of gadget
Wait, so
stuff.
there's no grenades in this game anymore?
No, just for Zane, you can forego.
Oh, just for Zane.
Yeah, you can forego your grenades for to use the skills. But then you have like one of them is a drone, and one of the augments of the drone is that you can use your grenade mod there. So it's still like there is a need to have a good grenade mode despite not having like a dedicated grenade button now. And of course there are a lot of workarounds because the variety of guns is as expected. Like Vladov have gun attachments, some of them are rocket launchers. There are TDO guns, you know that their gimmick is like throwing the gun and reconstruct a new one instead, and that gun explodes. They have expanded the gun explode part by making it okay. Now instead of exploding outright, it grows legs and becomes a sentry for a while. And you can throw multiple of them, so you can have like 3 or 4 mini drones, guns with legs shooting at the enemies. And
That's
also,
amazing.
you can also have the guns being thrown, and then it becomes like in a rubber ball or some sort. It just bounce and bounce and bounce and then explodes. Or it becomes a homing missile. It spreads into like 3 or 4 mini missiles and track into enemies.
Which gun is this, sorry?
TDO guns.
The big
Yeah,
TDO.
the cheap, bulky, Walmart style guns. It's so replaceable. You can throw it away and get a new one.
The high point of Borderlands 3.
What else? Enemies can be dismembered and there is gore. So that's interesting to see. I think Borderlands 2 toned it down. Now it's back.
Yep.
Okay, so what else? What do you guys also see?
We haven't got anything from my boy Flack, right?
Nope, they are holding
Not
back Flag and Moss for now. So
for the Guardian Con, whatever it is.
Wait, what's did stand user get gameplay?
Amara got gameplay. Oh, she can basically produce a line of her stand punching on a straight line. One of her skills. The other is like basically Maya's phase lock skill, but it's now a hand grabbing a ball and an enemy inside there, and also a ground slam with her many arms.
Ooh.
She's like Nero in Devil May Cry 5.
You can say that. Oh, also a lot of elemental stuff. Oh, there's new elements this time. It's now slag has been replaced with radiation. It behaves. I'm not sure if it behaves the same, but what I can pick up is that if an enemy with radiation dies, it explodes and it can spread the radiation. Rad.
Very rad.
We warframe now, boys.
Oh yeah. So yeah, if I don't think the the villains, the Calypso twins. Oh yeah, they are apparently the ultimate goal of live streamers gone crazy. They make a cult.
Oh yeah. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, no, like follow and obey.
Aduh bodoh.
Okay, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, and yeah, they strike the tone similar to like Hanson Jack, where one of the twins, like Tyrene, she just like nonchalantly say, "Oh, welcome, oh yeah, like follow and subscribe, and like follow and obey," and then the rest of the bandits go, "Oh, the Godmother, oh, the holy broadcast." Yeah, the bandits are still horrible as always. Claptrap is annoying as always, for better or worse.
Mhm.
So yeah, and oh yeah, one more thing, the UI looks cool. It's like just
Yeah,
it
looks very
doesn't change
similar.
very much, but I like the small changes there. I like the font they use, like the small things they adjusted around there. Yeah, pretty much it's a good amount of Borderlands 3 for now.
Yeah.
Can I just say that macam Randy Fishburne ni macam tak pernah main game ni. Skip
Oh,
his
okay.
own game tu.
Okay, if we can we just remove Randy Pitchford from Gearbox because he ruins
Yeah.
everything.
Macam
I mean he has
literally macam tak pernah main game.
I mean he has his heart right, but then he goes into his moaning and bitching moment. Oh my god, come on! Ah, it gets annoying now.
Randy USB pitchfork.
USB.
Yes.
Thankfully, there was no magic tricks up there. Thankfully, no. But I wish the gameplay director speak more instead of Randy. He took too much time. Basically, on there, Randy confirmed that there is quote unquote no microtransactions. But he prefaced that with the saying that we are not doing the free to play thing. So this so what this means basically is that they won't be charging like pay to win stuff, of course, but there will still be microtransactions for cosmetic items, which did happen in Borderlands 2. And then
But
Randy
he
goes
said
into
he said there's no microtransaction.
and then it gets crazy because people are calling that out and oh no. Randy,
Wait, so he said there's no microtransactions, but there's microtransactions?
yes. Basically that's the thing. He doesn't count cosmetics and microtransactions. It is microtransactions.
That's the thing, man.
Randy.
I've never murdered someone. I've just cut their brakes before they before they go driving.
No, if he's adamant saying that it's no pay to win microtransaction, sure, but oh my god. No, that's
It's
why
impossible to make pay to win in Borderlands. There's no PvP.
that's the thing. So they yeah, I don't think we have anything else to add other than hey, but there's more Borderlands. And I think that the gap between Borderlands 2, well, no, Borderlands the pre-sequel to Borderlands 3 is enough to be excited about it again.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's a genuinely exciting game. You know, I'm getting it on console, so I don't have to worry about the Epic Game Store.
I'm double dipping. I'm getting on consoles first, and then I'll wait for the Steam release.
Because I'm not gonna bother fucking installing another launcher to eat my ass.
Oh yeah.
I have Epic account and then got hacking attempts like 2 or 3 times already.
Already?
Yeah, and the bad thing is if I want to deactivate, I need to fill a form and then confirm and fuck you Epic. I just send a message, fuck your launcher. Email them.
Here's the thing, right? When the Epic Game Store first launched, I was riding in the car with my friend. I was like, like because I was like, there's gonna be some sort of like malware or spyware in the Epic Games launcher, like just because like they have at worst, at best it's because of incompetence, like because they rushed so hard to get this thing out. At worst, because it's like the Huawei thing, it was an intentionally done thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then not 1 week later, out came the news that there was like they don't encrypt your info or something on the Epic Game Store. I can't remember the
Oh.
specifics, but I just remember Privacy Nightmare was the Epic Game Store, and I was just like, well, guess I'm psychic now.
What a surprise.
What a surprise. So
Oh yeah. One last thing. Rocket launcher that shoots out burgers, exploding big burgers.
Yeah. I'm just imagining, by the way, because your whole Randy pitch up, like, it's like, Randy, are there gonna be microtransactions? Macam yes, macam bukan tapi yes.
If you gave the
Yes, but
answer and
actually no.
stop bitching, I'm fine. But no. Okay, let's put Randy into his magician hat and close up the
Macam bukan
podcast.
tapi yes.
His magic is microtransaction, but actually not.
That's because I don't count them as microtransactions.
And he said yes, but
Already doing his magic.
no, Brandy, we're
Yeah.
not taking the beat. And thumbnails.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Baku in an F1 car.
Well done, Mbaku.
Well done, Baku.
It's something Mortal Kombat related, considering how much time was spent slagging off Mortal Kombat.
Maybe a Noob Salvador.
Hmm?
Noob. What was his name? Noob Salvador.
Noob Saibot, yeah. Oh, I know one. Can we put just look up one of Nico's costumes, Dead or Alive 6, and put Noob Saibot's head over it?
Oh yes. Mm,
Oh no. I don't know if that's the line or not, and with that, I need to put a line there
yeah.
and some bit of some sort. I'm pushing the Korean team, by the way, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, this was a week of bait and switches. What else did we do? I can send you the list of purple head Meganes.
No, just post the list. Just post the list.
No. We do the Borderlands 3 and put the link there. But you guys need to find it out yourself how it looks like. We hide a link there. It's an Easter egg. You have to do some work on the thumbnail.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I guess. Oh no, Swamiku Rempit has to be in the thumbnail somewhere as well.
Rempit.
I can't believe they put. No, okay, I shouldn't say that. Okay, holding back. I'm holding back.
That's for the post show.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a show. Shill away, people. You can follow me on Twitter at Wamero. You may have some trouble finding my Twitter account because we're all in Twitter jail right now. So instead, you can follow me on Patreon, patreon.com/Wamero. I'm using it as a tip jar now because trying to actually like honestly pitch a Patreon is tiring. I'm also on Facebook, Cruise Crusader Wamero, and Instagram Wamero Art because some asshole took Wamero. Daniel, where can they find you?
Alright, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm not shadow banned, so ha.
I thought you can know as well.
I checked tak lagi, so it's FL4KY_ and what should I promote this week? Oh yeah,
You have a review incoming, right?
Yes, I have a review incoming on Saturday, or by the time this podcast comes out. So it's on a very special rhythm game, which I'm pretty sure won't hit. So check that.
I keep forgetting to pitch the reviews. Yeah, Mortal Kombat review is up. Read that. Read my prolonged suffering.
Okay, and then
you can find me in the town of Sierzo in Outward. Pray for my adventure. I want to review it.
And you have to put up a review on that one for this
Yeah,
that,
put a
for
review.
contractual obligation.
Yeah. Consumable fast travel, consumable magic circle. What else?
By the way,
So
Daniel,
hardcore.
you are under search suggestion ban. I just searched it.
Rest in peace. Everybody is tweeted jail today.
Wonder why. And I have been Amirul Mekronos Ashraf. Meckronos is where you can find me. It's okay, you won't find me in the suggestions, but Google search says otherwise. Because everything on there is me, for better or worse. Yeah, my Discord review is up. I also have a guide on how to endure the Oregon wilderness. Also there, I might do a guide on the late game stuff on how to take down the horde, but that's still up in the air.
Alliance scum.
And there you go, dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. And to you Muslims out there, Ramadan Mubarak to you. Have a blessed Ramadan.
Puasa gacha.
Hashtag Puasa Gacha. Time to quell down on some of your sins, not your sins, your indulgence, let's say. And time to fight.
Emma was gacha puasa.
And
Also,
time to fight the evil within. Better if you can find a copy of that and literally punch it to death.
Hashtag gacha puasa, guys.